And salutations, everyone. I'm Samius, and we are recording some road least traveled videos for you today. We're gonna knock out a couple of quests here. We're doing Keep on the Borderland quests, and we're gonna divide these into 3 videos right now. We're gonna do Treasure Hunt, the Bugbear Bandits, and the Caged Beast, and those are the non-sigiled quests. And then we're going to do the sigiled quests, and then we'll do the capstone quests. So hopefully we'll be able to show off all the things. As usual, we're going to just do Reaper 1 to make it as easy as possible on ourselves. And we're going to pull out our helper. As always, these are recorded as part of my live stream over on twitch.tv/SamusGorilla. So if you'd like to join us live, that's a great place to hang out with us today. We do have a pretty full chat room. So in the event that the chat room gives us some useful advice, we will, of course, relay that to you to the best of our ability. Alright, so I personally think that this first one is actually one of the easiest ones to kind of get done here. It's a big circle with a handful of little trash mobs. So it's actually pretty good. Pretty good. A couple of bats, a couple of scorpions. Of course, bats and scorpions are some of the more annoying of the easier to deal with mobs. But a little bit of an AoE and a little bit of patience, and you're good to go. So the idea of this quest is to pick up 3 different crests that'll be located around the outside of this this circle that we're talking about. This second, after the first crest, if you go the way that I go, this first little alcove that you're going to come to is actually a bit of an optional, and by bit I mean I believe it is entirely an optional. Ooh, we found a Plague Reaper. Look at us go. Very exciting. We are also level 2, so we have to be a little bit on the careful side. Defeat the massive spider. So big. The main reason that you come back here, though, not just for that sweet 61 optional XP, is to grab a few more nests. I don't remember exactly what the numbers are. I should pull up the wiki page. But the breakables in this quest there's quite a few, actually. Another Famine Reaper. Look at us. All the Famine Reapers today. Fire off a stun. See if we can get these things to hold still for a second. Not bad. Alright, so here's the shrine. The shrine we're going to go, I guess it's west. I wanted to say south. It's definitely not south. Then we're going to have the next 2 little things, crests. This first one here, there's going to be undead that pop out of the ground. This is a really good spot for web, for example, if you're level 3 wizard or above. Because you have some really nice little choke points. But if not, just run around and don't worry about it. They don't hit super hard for the level. And again, if you're not on Reaper, then not a big deal at all. Here, I'm actually going to share with you a little bit of a mistake that I've been making forever. I was doing this puzzle in a all the way up, around, all the way down. Turns out you don't have to get quite so carried away. It's a much shorter version of this puzzle. Right here. Bloop. But you can also go all the way up to the top and back around. Make it really complicated. I'm always used to, when they give us a puzzle, them trying to make it the most number of tiles available. But that's not the case for this one. Breaks. Did I run past the... Nope, I just did both. Never mind. What am I thinking? Did the puzzle. Continue to walk around the outside edge, get the rest of the breakables, clean up the rest of the monsters. That should give us ransack, yep. And this group of monsters I think will give us... Maybe not. Maybe we have to do part of the in-fight here. So we followed all the way around the loop. Whoop. Putting our crest in the socket. We're going to get this giant hamburger here that has to be killed, but also like 3 or 4 guys are going to spawn around the outside edge. I'm going to focus those down first. Again, looking for the bonus. I forget exactly the number. Not every quest they take the time to try to get the bonus on. But this one is typically pretty quick, I think. We may not even get the thing killed. Oh no, they got Byron. There we go. Conquest was 49. So two of these trash mobs and 2 reapers. So if you didn't have the 2 reapers, you would get it when you get the final guy here. Also, I guess we should take 1 second and talk about these ingots really quickly, as what they are one of the special parts of Keep on the Borderlands. Every ingot you get, I think there's 3. There's an ethereal ingot, a silver ingot, and a arcane ingot, or something along those lines. And the ethereal ingot is really, really strong because you can turn those in for level 2 ghost touch weapons with a red augment slot, aka the ability to be able to do the quests on Reaper. So you knock out 1, get yourself an ethereal weapon, and you're good to go. Good to go. Yeah, chat's confirming that I am in fact correct on the various ones here. Alright, quest number 2 is the Bugbear Bandits on our list right now. Again, we're doing the quests, the non-sigil quests right now, so there are 3 of those. The Bugbear Caves. Alright, again we're going to fire off various buffs. We'll buff our hireling to the best of our ability. And we're going to get started here. Now, this quest has lots of unnecessarily long bits to it. When I was practicing, I managed to get it down pretty quickly, but it can carry on quite a bit, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So keep that in mind. It depends on how much you want to do. If you want to do all the optionals and run through the entire cave, you can get quite a bit out of it. This is what I'm trying to say, if I'm saying anything at all. Wherever that line in Iron Man goes.
The smell of meat cooking wafts tantalizingly down the corridor. You notice the glint of silver.
So adventurers pack, break some stuff, pull this lever, silver key. So the levers, there are 2 of them, and that opens up a side path. You go Byron, that's right. That's exactly right. Byron doing his jab. Worrying all the things. I guess we could also take 1 second to talk about Byron. If you are a new player and you're looking for a good investment to help you get through the first couple of quests, hirelings can be a really good way to add DPS to your character and survivability. And Byron is one of the best ones for level 1 and 2. Frenzy is the best level 3 one, but for 1 and 2, Byron gets a lot of work done. Lots of value. All the low-level barbarians, though, are actually quite strong. Alright, so this is one of those optionals I was talking about. Freeing all the slaves. You don't have to do anything except talk to them. Why they couldn't talk to each other and free themselves, I'll never know. But apparently, we have the magic touch to get people freed.
As the door opens, you see several demons
My Byron
crouching against the
shrine over there.
As the
Or pull the lever at the shrine, I should say.
you can hear the rumble of the sealed
We're such a
doors
hero.
sliding
Take
open.
our 59 experience points. Because we love it. Also, we will consume these lost souls in honor of our fallen comrade. It's easy, in my opinion, in this particular quest to end up getting off where you wanted to go. So I like to check the map often in this one, just to kind of do my best to make sure that dodge the Famine Reaper here, dodge it again. Can't dodge magic missiles, alas. But, what was I saying? Oh yeah, eat the fallen souls for the enemies that we have slaughtered.
As the chieftain dies, you notice a small ornate key on the table in the far corner of the room.
Pick up the gold key, break the loots. And then we make it into the treasure room. Now this treasure room has 2 chests, a bonus chest as it were. If you
The door to the treasury opens.
if you have the ability to open locks in some way. Unfortunately also there's a bunch of breakables in here, which I think keep us from actually being able to get the bonus. That's a little bit of a bummer. Alright, so this is the proper in reward chest. As you can tell, there's all sorts of like really interesting low-level loot in here. To be fair,
Large rusty lock on his
then
chest. Looks like
unlock this chest with our unlocking skills. Ba-da-da. A lot of this gear is actually pretty okay for your first handful of levels if you don't have any gear. So like, pretend you're on the hardcore server and you're looking for just to get that initial start. Keep on the Borderlands is not the worst gear to kind of farm up here. Some of it's not top tier, but some of it's pretty okay. Definitely running around the Explore Zone can offer up some pretty inexpensive gear. Especially on the... oops. Always go from above, so I don't went too far down. Especially for the Feather Falling Cloak. The Feather Falling Cloak, as opposed to in the Korthos Island side, is a clicky in the Korthos side, but out here it's a solid cloak. So if you want Featherfall all the time, the cloak out here is really good.
Judging from
Again,
the old
buff it
bones
up.
scattered on the floor,
Never know when we're going to run into the bad man.
in this cave for some,
They do also have slots,
but the flicker of
which can be good and can be bad or unnecessary depending on what you got planned. This quest, the only real trick to this one, in my opinion, is keep in mind that, oh man, Byron took a, oh, he got wrecked. Ricky wrecked. There are bear traps, and that's pretty much the only real trick to this one, in my opinion. So, very straightforward. I don't understand why the levers
the point of evil chaos is
are like why we walk through everybody's bedroom and living quarters to get to the end boss, considering the end boss is an owlbear. But oh, spoilers, I guess. Oh, breakables. Always click around for breakables if you're interested in the experience. I am not good at doing breakables typically, but some of these low level quests you're talking about 4 or 5 to 10 castings of your Sonic Blast or whatever you're using to your cleave or whatever you use to make your way through the breakables, make it a little easier. Oh, never mind. Plague Reaper again. Man, DDO really wants us to fight these Plague Reapers today. It's all about the Plague Reaper this morning. Get rid of the Tripper first. Then we'll deal with the caster. Alright, so now we ran through everyone's bedroom to pull that lever, which makes no sense to me at all. Man, I should have saved my cold breath for right here. Could have hit all of them with a sweet cold release. Come on, Byron, we got things to do. Alright, here's one of those bear traps. You can avoid it pretty easily just by walking around it, but if you aren't paying attention, it's pretty easy to get pinned there for a few... long enough that it's uncomfortable. How's that sound? Clear things and then just truck backwards a little bit. Poor Byron doing your job, taking the hits so we don't have to. Alright. Our sweet chesticle. Ooh, a stone ring. This stone ring is actually pretty good at level 1. All these spellcasting rings actually are pretty good at the lowest levels. There's an arcane ingot you can turn in for a spellcasting implement. So like... I could theoretically use the cold one right now, right? To give me some extra spell critical and stuff like that. So they're pretty good. Alright, so that's those are the first 3 quests. Treasure Hunt, the Bugbear Bandits, and the Caged Beast. Next up, we'll start collecting the Charms of Evil Chaos, so stick around. As always, please like, subscribe, follow, interact with the video, etc., etc. And we'll see you again next time. Toodles.